All right, quick roadmap so you know what's coming. I am counting down 6 pillows from solid budget buys to premium, dialed-in options built specifically for side sleepers. You'll hear what each one actually feels like, where it shines, where it stumbles, and who it fits best. And yeah, a couple of the early picks have quirks you'll want to know about before you hit add to cart. By the end, you'll know exactly which pillow matches your shoulder width, mattress firmness, and temperature needs. 6. Utopia bedding bed pillows. Kicking off with Utopia's gusseted microfiber pillow, the first impression is, wow, that's lofty, which side sleepers usually love because the higher sidewall helps fill the space between shoulder and jaw. The gusset keeps the shape more squared off than a floppy down alternative, so you don't immediately sink straight to the mattress. If you like that hotel pillow puff with a bit of edge support, this scratches that itch. But, well, after the first hour, you may notice the fill redistributing and asking for a quick fluff. It's comfy, just not locked-in supportive through lots of toss and turns. The polyester fill gives it a universally pleasant, medium plush hand feel, and for new side sleepers transitioning off an old flat pillow, it feels like a big upgrade. You know when you hug the side and expect your ear to stay level with your spine? On a medium firm mattress, this lands close enough for most average shoulder widths. On a softer bed, where your shoulder drops deeper, it can feel a tad tall and your neck might tilt. Nothing dramatic, just a hint of, I need to punch the corner down. Breathability is decent for a budget microfiber. No swampy heat, though it's not a cool-to-the-touch fabric either. Think neutral cool. You won't wake sweaty unless your room runs warm. If you're used to memory foam heat, this feels airier. If you're used to percale pillowcases and gel foams, it feels middle of the road. The gusset trim also helps the casing hold shape overnight more than a basic flat seam. Number 5. JOLLYVOGUE Pillows Queen Size. JOLLYVOGUE's queen pillows are that classic down alternative vibe. Cushy, cloud-like, and immediately inviting when you lay your head and say, that's nice. For side sleepers, the initial loft feels generous, and the casing doesn't fight you when you nudge it into that sweet under-ear cradle. You can karate chop the top, shape the edge, and it listens. First hour, lovely. Hours 3 through 6, that's where it gets a little, refloat me please. This one prioritizes softness over structured support, which some will adore. If you have narrower shoulders or a softer mattress where your shoulder sinks deeper, the lower effective loft mid-sleep can actually align your neck better than a stiffer brick of foam. But on firmer mattresses, or if you've got broader shoulders, you might feel the fill migrate away from the exact gap you need to keep your neck straight, nudging A to fold a corner or double it up a bit. Temperature-wise, it stays neutral with a breathable shell that doesn't trap heat like closed cell foams. No icy cool touch, but no sauna. If you're a warm sleeper, pair it with a crisp percale pillowcase, and it behaves. And maintenance is simple. Give it an end-to-end fluff, a few shakes, and it puffs back faster than denser foams. Where it stumbles is consistency across the night and over months, consistency across the pillow. The microfiber wants to migrate, which means you sometimes wake with one bouncy corner and one sleepy corner that's gone a bit flat. 4. Bedsure Pillows Queen Size. Bedsure's queen pillows slot right into the Goldilocks zone for a lot of side sleepers. Not too stiff, not too floppy, and the casing feels a touch more polished than typical budget sets. Out of the box, the loft is respectable, and more importantly, the structure is even from edge to edge. So when you settle your ear, you don't get that weird hollow spot beneath the jaw. For medium mattresses and average shoulder breadth, alignment feels almost automatic. The fill blend behaves predictably, less migration, more cohesion, so you're not constantly chasing support around the casing. That makes it easier to stay in neutral alignment when you roll slightly or hug the edge with your arm tucked under. If you've ever said, I just want the pillow to stay how I shaped it, this is closer to that than the earlier two. Breathability is solid. No gel gimmicks, just a casing that doesn't stifle airflow. It lands in that comfortable, I forget about temperature zone, which is exactly what most sleepers want. And the sewing quality, seams, piping, feels durable enough to survive your normal wash then dryer routine without the dreaded lumpy after wash syndrome, provided you follow gentle settings and use a dryer ball. There's a touch of give as the hours tick by, but it's more of a soft settling than a collapse. If you like to clutch a corner or stack it with a thin secondary pillow for occasional reading, it plays well. 3. Nuzzle Cooling Adjustable Pillow for Side Sleepers. Nuzzle is the viral one with the NASA-inspired temperature-regulating fabric and a dual-layer setup. Soft and firm inserts you can combine for just right loft. Let me explain. Phase change materials can feel cool at first touch because they absorb heat briefly, and on this pillow, that sensation is noticeable for a few minutes before it normalizes, which is still nice on hot nights. The bigger win is the down-like, breathable feel without the heavy heat retention of solid foam blocks. Comfort-wise, it's moldable without feeling lumpy, which is rare in this category. Side sleepers who hate the stuck-in-the-foam feeling tend to love how Nuzzle lets you micro-adjust your ear height by kneading the fill a bit. Think hotel down, but tidier and more supportive. The insert system gives you real control over loft, so if your mattress is firm and your shoulder doesn't sink much, you can stack it higher. If your mattress is soft, run it lower to avoid neck tilt. Here's the nuance. While it resists classic flat pancake behavior better than bargain-down alternatives, it still wants a quick refluff after a few position changes, especially if you're a restless sleeper. That's the trade-off of airy breathability. You gain airflow and that soft on-impact cradle, but you give up the set-and-hold stability of memory foam. Many side sleepers prefer this because neck pressure eases without the heat. Durability impressions are decent for the price, but be gentle with the zipper, and don't be surprised if the fill compacts slightly over the first few weeks. 2. Coop Home Goods Eden Bed Pillow. The Eden is the benchmark adjustable pillow for side sleepers who want precision. A gel-infused memory foam and microfiber blend you can add or remove to nail your exact loft. Here's what matters. Coop's foam blend holds form better than loose polyester, so when you dial in that perfect ear-shoulder gap, it tends to stay put through the night rather than draining away from under your jaw. The bamboo-derived cover feels cool to the touch and breathes well, which is a big deal if foam usually runs hot for you. Out of the box, the Eden rides medium plush on impact, and then firms up as the foam shreds interlock, giving you that pressure relief without the brick sensation. For side sleepers with broader shoulders or firmer mattresses, you just add fill until your nose and sternum feel level. For softer beds, back some fill out and let your shoulders sink while your neck stays neutral. It's simple, and it works. Cooling is better than average for foam thanks to gel infusion and airflow spaces between shreds. Is it ice cold all night? No pillow is, but the combination of breathable cover and non-solid core is a clear improvement over monolithic slabs of memory foam. If you've abandoned foam in the past because of heat, this is one of the few that might win you back. The maintenance story is strong too. You get extra fill in the box, the liner's zipper is sturdy, and adjusting takes minutes. Number 1 goes to Meoflaw. Because it nails the side sleeper trifecta. Supportive loft that actually feels plush, a casing that breathes, and fill that doesn't play musical chairs inside the pillow. First touch is inviting. Soft, cushiony, but when your head settles, there's a confident pushback that keeps your neck from drooping. That, oh, followed by, oh nice, it holds me up, is exactly what most side sleepers are hunting for. The profile sits right in the side sleeper comfort lane for medium to medium firm mattresses, which makes it a versatile pick across different beds. If your shoulders are average width, you get neutral alignment with minimal fiddling. If you're broader, hugging and slightly bunching the near edge lifts the ear just enough. And the fill doesn't immediately squirt out from under you, which is the quiet superpower here. Temperature? Neutral cool. It's not a phase change iceberg and doesn't pretend to be, but the casing breathes and the core doesn't trap heat like a solid foam block. Paired with a crisp cotton pillowcase, it fades into the background, which is exactly what you want at 2 a.m. when your room warms up a notch. What stands out over a few weeks is consistency. The fill retains its spring, and while every soft pillow benefits from a morning shake, this one avoids that uneven one corner lively, one corner sleepy pattern. It's forgiving too. If you roll slightly back or slightly forward, the support under the jaw stays present instead of collapsing into a void. Final thought. That's all for today, folks.